Right guys, welcome back to the channel. We've got the Mk8 Golf R in today. We're going to be installing the Plateless kit. Plateless kit allows you to obviously remove your plate and go plateless. Okay, so we're going to be removing the front and rear bumpers to install this kit. Obviously the luxury we have is, we have a ramp to work with, just makes the job a little bit easier. It can be done at home, but if you don't have a ramp, sucks to be you. Right, let's get to it. So we're going to remove, obviously starting off with these two T25 bolts. You can either use obviously ratchet with a socket or a screwdriver type as well. Both are fine. Ratchet and socket's better for when you're trying to do around the wheel arch with the wheel on, but obviously you can remove the wheels if you want, if you have a ramp or sort of jacks or anything like that. So this grill obviously needs to come off next. It's a bit difficult to remove, it's quite tight, and there's also two connectors for the light bar that sits behind here, and obviously the connector for the radar. So we just need to make sure when you're pulling, you're extra careful, you're not yanking too much and damage any of the lights or the loom behind there. Trim tool, you can pop into this little round hole here. You can lever a little bit off and pop it away from the front, and then you just got to work it out. But like I say, super tight, and just be really careful when you're doing it. Connectors on the back, just make sure they're removed. Might need a little hook sometimes to help. Right, so more T25 Torx screws, 4 that sit on top of the bumper. We're going to take those out next, and then we'll move on to the bottom and then the arch liner side. Okay, so again, remaining with the T25 theme, 9 more screws to remove from the bottom, run along the front panel, and these 2 on the sides as well. So we're going to take those out now. Don't worry about this, that's an aftermarket piece on the car, so you wouldn't have that on your vehicle. Done the underneath, now we're on to the sides. So like I say, you can do it with the wheel on if you've got sort of low profile T25 and ratchet. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the wheel off, so obviously it's easier for us to get the camera in there and you can see exactly what's going on. Right, so then you just pop this out there, and then that gives you access to the T25 you've got to take out from the top here. What I'm going to just do now, we're removing the whole arch liner. We're just going to take that out. Again, you wouldn't have to do that necessarily. It's just so we can get the camera in there so you can see exactly what's going on. That side is done. Obviously we took off more than we needed to. This side we've done how I guess we normally would, so just those screws up the inside, peel the arch liner back, and then it gives us access to the one at the top. So obviously the bumper's pretty much ready to come off now. If you've got a bunch of friends, then great. This part I would recommend at least a couple of people help you, because there are certain bits like electrical connectors, and on some models you'll have the wiper fluid that goes to the washers, the headlight washers. So that pipe that runs through to the water bottle, needs to come off. So obviously you need someone holding the bumper while that's doing. Another thing we like to do is we like to tape off this section of the body, bit of the headlight here, is when you pop these off, especially things are getting moved around. If this light goes over the top onto the paint, starts to rub onto it, you know, you can leave like little scratches and things. So we just like to do that a little bit, you know, extra protection, just to protect the bodywork. One thing to touch on, actually, while I remember, a lot of the Mk8s, they have a little like canard, I don't know if I should call it, a little piece that goes on here, a little trim piece. If you've got those installed, they just pull off. So what you either need to do is get some decent double-sided sticky to put them back on, or replace that trim as well, because once you get it off, you've got to clean them up, put some tape on, pop them back on. They're not overly expensive, or you can leave them off like we have done on this one. I mean, if you don't have your tape holder like we do, stud and nut kits are available here at Awesome. So the bumpers clip in to a plastic holder that sits on the inside, so they can feel a little bit, you know, horrible and tight coming out, but just be careful, you know, take your time with it, pressure them out. A couple of little plastic 10 millis that sit on the inside as well. If you've got a really tight one, you can loosen those, that'll alleviate some of the pressure on those. But you know, for the most part, you don't need to do that. You've got to be really careful. I've seen lots of places where they've had the bumpers off before and they're pulling or they're yanking in all weird directions, and then bits of the bumper will end up staying in there, so it'll end up putting a tear between this section of the bracket and the actual bumper themselves, and then it'll never really fit back into place properly. So just obviously, you can get your hand behind a little bit and pop. Just be extra careful when it pops out like that. Just this section here is clipped in, so that'll go with a pop as well when you remove that. So as you pull away, you'll probably find you're attached in places. So we've got electrical connector on this side. Remove the old reg plate. I mean, at this point, you may or may not want to get the bumper done, to get rid of these horrible screw holes that have been put in. Obviously, complete in the box QR code for installation instructions. I don't know why I said it like that, like some sort of robot. Yeah, installation instructions. You scan that, it'll take you through to like a basic instructions for the plateless kit. Obviously, the kit's universal. There are some vehicle specific applications. The instructions for them are also there as well. But yeah, let's go ahead and get these fitted. So yeah, prep the surface of the plates, obviously where you're sticking to, and the bumper itself. It's supplied with some quality 3M stickiness. However, if you don't clean the area where you stick it, doesn't matter if it's 3M or TMU tape, it is not gonna stick. Using the center point of the bumper here, I'm going to leave the number plate on the inside here. We're going to center the number plate to the same spot, and then we know where we're putting our magnets up. Obviously the lightning logo pointing up, so then obviously the magnetic section's on the other side. Once you've got those stuck down with the 3M, these just go over the back, a little bit of extra support, keep them in place. so bumper's back on, just a build up now in reverse. So all that together now, last thing to do is attach the plate. Yeah, so onto the rear of the car now. We're going to remove the bumper, obviously. We've got to start with the T25s again, up this section. So we're going to remove those. We may pop the wheel off again so you can have a good look inside. These are the ones we need to remove. Again, we're just going to pop the arch liner out. Obviously, the arch liner runs just underneath as well, so you can find the hole. This screw, a little bit different to the front, goes down through the bumper rather than up through the bumper, so you're just looking at it. You're just looking at it up here. Okay, so you've got 4. These are T15s now, so switched it up on us. That are holding the lower section of the bumper in place, so we're just going to whip those out. So we're just going to pull the rear lights. You can pop the bumper past it. It's just because of how close it is. We're just going to pull them out. I'd probably recommend you do the same. On this, you pop in the clip out here. So this trim around the light pops out, releases, comes round, which then exposes the 2 screws. You can get it to pop just like that. And then disconnect the wiring harness. I'll plug on that side. Push down the pull. Press through the trim tool and release these ones there like this. Same over here. Obviously another good excuse to take the light out because obviously some of these won't release. Well, there you go.
Just pull.
Just pull, bro.
Like I said.
Right, okay, so connector is down here. Like I said, over time they get full of crap and get really tight. Same again, bumper back on and literally just reverse the process, building it back up. Right, okay, so that's the 2 complete kits fitted on both the front and the rear. Another one to touch on, obviously this is the refresh kit. So this comes with just the section that sort of fits to the plate. So you'd want, you know, a set of those for the front and the rear, and then that's mainly if you're running like a show plate or like a a business plate, anything like this that you swap in between the 2. You'd want this kit as well. But as you can see, if you're running something like this over your normal road plates, you can just swap between them without having to mess about swapping any of the magnets over. That's the kit done. If you're after this kit, or kit for any other vehicle, you can hop on the website awesomegti.com or give us a call on 0161 776 0777, and that's option 2.